Yes, sir. We back. We back. I'm over here dying, bro. What's poppin', everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Marvelous Shots, Grownassmentoyz podcast. We are back. Another Twitter room tour. Another Sunday. Another beautiful Sunday. I'm one of your hosts, Marvelous Shots.
I'm Cliff the 425.
I'm the real comrade.
And we are outside officially.
Yeah.
Hey, now
well, I'm inside over here though.
Hey, listen, I'm inside too. That's just a slogan, goddamn it. But so before we get started, guys, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We say that all the time. Numbers are growing, all because of you guys. Want to say thank you. Don't know how to say thank you enough.
Hell yeah.
That 1K. We're trying to get there, so we almost there. Man, a busy ass day today for me. My wife is she's out of town. She works in corporate, so she's traveling a lot and shit. So I got to be both mommy and daddy tonight. You know how that shit go, right? So I'm doing that. Bro, I took her to the airport like 4 a.m. and came back home. Got to make sure my oldest son he had a soccer game. He had a volleyball game today.
Mm-hmm.
My youngest, he's sick. So, bro, the dog got to be fed. It's just all kind of crazy shit. Bro, I went outside to dump the trash.
I saw it.
You saw that shit on the video, bro?
I just saw it right now before we got on. I just saw it.
Man, I went outside to dump the trash and it fell on my ass, bro. And I got ring cameras around my house. Motherfucker said, "Hi, you are now being recorded." I'm like, fuck.
So the camera caught you in every angle possible.
Yeah, for real. You can't dodge it. So I just went ahead and made a little joke of it for my wife see it. And she be checking the cameras and shit. So you know how that go. But
she was gonna do it for you.
Of course. So I just went ahead and beat her to it. But that's my Sunday. How about y'all?
Man, my Sunday was pretty quiet. Pops is under the weather, he has COPD, and then with this chronic cough thing, and then he has a little cold, so he had me up at night. When your pops get a little elderly, just like you got to step in and be like, "Yo, pops, are you good?" But he's some medicine and shit like that, so lack of sleep. But I'm here, baby. I'm hyped.
There you go.
Guess.
There we go.
Everybody got a busy Sunday, bro. I've been calling plumbers and
I heard about your shit.
Up the tank, and they about to go pump it tomorrow, bro. I feel like, God, dog, this like everything coming at once. Projects and homework, and
you gotta get dog over there, bro. Stop playing.
Yeah, I'm saying, right. I wish I stayed closer to him because he was showing up helping me out a lot, and he was telling me who to call, who to get, man. It's about he said it's about $1,100 job that for them to go pump it, but then we found somebody for super cheap, so I'll be out tomorrow. But homeowners, man, God bless y'all, bro.
Hey, I know it, bro. Listen, I deal with it my damn self.
Ain't do it.
You get a little bit of money, man, and y'all, okay, I'm good. I'm gonna stack this. Nope.
So unexpected, bro. It's like, man, when it rains, it pours.
That's how it goes, bro. Yeah. That's how it goes.
But unexpected, Bill.
It's a good day.
Listen, all the time. But listen, guys, this is going to be an exciting room tour today. This guy that we're going to talk to today is one of the national treasures of Instagram, YouTube. Everybody knows this guy. Seen this guy around. Man, I first started YouTube. Well, not YouTube. I started Instagram 2019 and met this guy and another guy. We're going to talk about all that later. But met these guys around that time. Always follow this guy's page. Love his content. He's the voice of the voiceless. National treasure. Instagram personality, YouTube personality. Everyone help me welcome the one and only poppin' everybody, Seth Bayer.
I don't know about national treasure, but hey, I mean, that's a new one to me.
What's going on with you, man?
No, man, what's going on, guys? Appreciate the invite. Thanks for having me on. Always great to chat with like-minded folks. So looking forward to this. But yeah, man, national treasure.
Hey man, listen, you're a national treasure to me. All right. All right.
Respect.
Hey, listen, when Conrad, listen, check it out. Conrad said he said we gonna try to get Seth. I said, no, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
That's how big I look at you as. Okay.
All right.
All
right. So let's get some clarification on that. It's very humbling that you guys look at me in that light, but in the scope of things, I'm just a nobody.
Oh, come on.
I that's how I listen. I've said this on other people's streams, and I'll say it to the day I die. I don't care how many subscribers you have, how many views you get, you know, any of that bullshit that any other people like take as clout or whatever. Listen, if you straight up reach out to me and say, hey, you want to come on my show? Sure, I'll come on. I'll chat it up. You know what I listen, I've always said if you take the time to invite me, I'm gonna come on. Yeah. That's just how it is. It's all about mutual respect. And that's how I've always been. That's how I've always carried myself. I don't look at numbers. I'm not above anybody. I'm not below anybody. That's just how I am. It's a respect thing. You come at me with respect, I'm gonna give you the same respect back.
Hey, and listen, Seth, that's how it's supposed to be. And I respect that. I respect that. That's how it's supposed to be. But unfortunately, this is not a bad session, but unfortunately, it's not like that.
No, of course not. Listen, of course not. There are people that walk around that think they're top cock, and there's other people. Listen, I know where I stand in the world of YouTube and collecting on all that stuff, and because I've established myself that way where what you see is what you get. I don't try to be something I'm not. I don't try to be someone I'm not. I don't try to be someone different. What you see on camera is what you get. Anyone that's ever met me in person can contest to that 100%. People always leave comments, you're the realest guy out there. Yeah, because I say what I say and I feel what I feel and I do what I want to do because this is a hobby. I have a regular job that pays me 9 to 5. I don't need money from YouTube or companies reaching out to me to pay me to do stuff. Yeah. I do this because this is fun. This is a way of connecting and interacting and linking up with people like you would never think that you would meet. That's the whole point of all this. And people get to a point where, companies are sending me stuff. Companies are paying me to do stuff. Listen, if that's your game, more power to you, but that's just not the way I roll. So
yeah.
Love it, bro. I love it. Again, I appreciate that. We appreciate that. That's how it's supposed to be. Nobody's above anybody. We all human. We all bleed the same. We all put our pants legs on one leg at a time.
That's it.
But some people put their pants on 2 legs at a time. Some people jumping their shit, right? because they that fly, I guess, because they won't talk to you if you don't have the kind of following or numbers that they have. No matter how popular you are, people know you, and they know talking to you would probably do a little bit for them. They don't give a damn because you don't reach what they reach, so they're bigger than you in their mind, which is fucked up.
And the other thing too that I take a lot of pride in is that guys like yourself, if you ever reached out to me and said, "Hey Seth, I need your advice. What do you, being experienced as you are in certain things, what do you think about this? What do you think about that?" Listen, if I could ever give people advice about doing YouTube or how to post stuff on social media or how to edit or what type of equipment to use or anything like tricks of the trade or whatever, I'll be more than glad to share that information. I'm not someone that's going to be like, I'm keeping this all to myself. Screw everybody else. Nobody else needs to know how I do it. Listen, if you flat out reached out to me and said, "Hey, Seth, what editing software do you use?" I will tell you flat out, I use CapCut. Hey, Seth, do you have a few minutes where maybe we can go on a chat or something and you could walk me through how to use something? Absolutely, 100%. I try to make myself accessible to everybody. Yeah. Because, again, it all goes back. I want to be I want to treat people the way I want to be treated.
I love it.
You know,
Yep.
and again, that's what it's about. I mean, I've reached out to people and people have either not responded or people have told me to fuck off. And you know what? and listen, and that's fine. That's fine. I respect that. That's who you want to be, that type of person.
Yeah.
That's fine. But I'm not that way. That's just not the way I was brought up. So
Hey, Seth, now I know you're going to disagree, but because you said all that, that's why you a fucking national treasure, bro. I'm being honest. That's why you are one of those. Because a lot of guys, they don't feel like that. They just, hey, I'm in my bubble. I'm over here.
Yeah.
Me and my crew, me and my 50K crew, me and my 100K guys, we're over here. Oh, you 1,000 people, stay over there. Leave me alone. Which is
I've always said it, that YouTube and social media is big enough for everybody to coexist.
Everybody.
It's big enough for everybody to coexist. Yeah. Everybody's goals and agendas are different, but ultimately, you know, and ultimately, the end of the day, everybody does have the same goals, whether they want to admit or not. It's to get the biggest following you could possibly get.
Yeah,
that's the goal. Anybody that says otherwise is a fucking liar. So you know, straight up, anybody, because otherwise people wouldn't do at the end of their videos, oh, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, or you know, people be like, hey, make sure you're following me. Listen, it's all bullshit. Everybody's one goal, universally all around, is to build your following.
Yeah.
Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, and
You know?
what I appreciate more, and I'm hoping doing this, we'll be able to get acknowledgement. And acknowledgement makes me feel good when I go to toy shows or toy cons.
Oh,
yo,
absolutely.
Collector. I'm like, yo, who are you?
Listen, it's still it's still humbling.
Yeah.
After all these years to this day, where I get people come up to me at the cons and they take pictures with me, and it's like, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm seriously just a nobody in the speck of the realm of the universe, and yet people are making their time to come out of their way to come hang out with me and shoot the shit with me and take pictures with me. Listen, the weirdest thing for me is that I have given out an autograph.
Wow.
Which is still one of the weirdest experiences ever. It was New York Comic-Con, I think it was 2019 when I went, and you know, a subscriber came up to me and he's like, hey, he's like, can I get you to sign my action figure? And I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, I'm like, you know, I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. So I signed it and I handed it back to him. I was like, don't be selling this shit on eBay for like $5, you know?
Hey, yo, again, you know, that's why you're a national treasure, right there.
Yo, but it feels amazing because my first time, and I'm gonna always remember this, is I went to a New Jersey Toy Con. I'm sitting outside eating a bacon, egg, and cheese. I got ketchup running down my face. I'm over there cleaning my face, and 3 guys came up to me and was like, yo, I see what you guys do on Grownassmentoyz on YouTube. It was like, Collector, right? I was like, yeah, but then I was eating and like I'm so shocked that someone came to me. I didn't even ask them who they were.
Oh
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listen,
like,
we all get caught up in the we all get caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
It's listen, I could say for the most part, I've genuinely had really good experiences with people coming up and talking and everything like that. There's been maybe 1 or 2 incidences where, you know, like, and it's because, you know, again, people don't know how to read the room.
Oh,
you know, it's one of those things. Like we were at a MegaCon one year. It was me, OG Geek, Humpty was with me. I don't remember if Captain Powerlift was with me. And a bunch of like our little YouTuber group, and we're sitting having lunch, we're eating, you know. So some dude came up and like he wanted to, you know, like bullshit and everything, and I'm like, and like we're eating, like, you know, like, so I'm like, I acknowledged the guy. I said, hey, bro. I was like, listen, I was like, if you give me 5 minutes, I've been running around all day. Let me just wolf down my food, and then you could talk my head off.
Yeah.
You know, and the dude was like, oh, you're a dick.
Whoa. Whoa.
And listen, in typical Seth fashion, like there isn't any other way. I looked at him. I was like, okay, well, you can go fuck yourself then. You know.
Yeah, you try to come out nice.
I was like, learn how to read the room, dude. We're all sitting eating. Like, do people like to be bothered while they're eating?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh. And that's just not me. Listen, I'm sure if you guys are out sitting down eating, you don't want fucking strangers coming up to you while you're you're eating. I mean, come on. I mean, like again, you gotta read the room. I'm not saying don't come up to me, but if you see me shoveling food down my face, you know,
you consider it.
There's a line. You know,
that's true.
So you guys, these guys that you mentioned, you guys have been doing this thing like it almost is like a hot potato game. It's verse of
yeah. It's a whole YouTube multiverse of everything. And I mean, again, and it's crazy. Again, going back to what we were saying before, like if I never did YouTube, I would have never met any of these guys. You know, and again, that's the whole point. It's to connect. It's connect to people, whether it was OG Geek or it was Big Dub or it was, you know, my man Josh Pence, or if it was, you know, well, me and Diamond Dave go way back. Me and Diamond Dave have been friends since high school, so that was always there. You know, other YouTubers, Ron, you know, Century the Mad Collector, you know, all these guys, you know, even Dog, you know, like all these guys, I would have never have met if I wouldn't have done YouTube. And the great thing is that I'm not going to lie. YouTube hasn't been all you know, rainbows and unicorns. You know, I've had altercations. I've had interactions. I've had people say not so nice things, you know, about me. But listen, if people ain't hating on you, you ain't doing it right.
Hey, facts.
You know, and we said that a while ago too.
Hey, he left. He left. I don't know what you call leaving, but he left and he like recreated himself, reinvented like Prince, like a fifth album type.
And he came back like the artist.
So that album was, and then he came back and everybody was like trolling him because it felt like he didn't really leave.
I don't think it was people really trolling me. People were just like, oh, you know what happened, and it's like, you know, and now I'm in a better place where I can speak on things and clarify things. Like, I just needed a break.
Yeah,
I was going hard. I was putting out 6-7 videos a week.
7 videos.
I was putting like 6 to 7 videos a week, whether it was pre-recorded stuff or doing live streams. I mean, I was going nonstop hardcore. I mean, I was full steam ahead. Whoa. And, you know, and the thing is again, you get a little taste of success, and you can either do two things. You can either just stay content, or you could pick up the ball and run with it. And I decided to pick up the ball and run with it and see where it take me. And unfortunately, it burnt me out. I didn't feel the same way about the hunts that I used to. I didn't feel the same way about making content. So I figured, you know what? Let me take a breather, because it wasn't it wasn't also affecting me. It was also affecting my buddy George, who me and him did MCE to get, together, Right. So I was like, you know what? He was going in a different direction anyway with what he wanted to do. And I was like, you know what? Let me take a break. Let me see how I feel in a couple of months. And, we'll go from there. So that was the end of December. And then March rolls. Now, I didn't stop talking to any of my guys. I was still talking to everybody. We were still chatting it up. I just wasn't putting out content.
Okay.
And then I wound up telling everybody that I was going to go to Toylanta. So that's when, Big Dub and all these other guys were like, hey, why don't you just take your camera with you? Bring it with you. See how it feels. Try it back on for size.
Right.
So the whole drive up from where I'm at in Florida up into Atlanta, it's about like a 10-hour drive. So on that drive, it was me, Jan, and Diamond Dave. Mm-hmm. And they were like, did you bring your camera? I'm like, yeah. They're like, you should really, film, mess around a little bit, see how it feels, whatever. So then, like, again, 10 hours is a long time to figure shit out. Then we get to Big Dub's house, and I'm chatting with Big Dub, and I got to tell you something about Big Dub. Big Dub is probably one of the most genuine people you will ever meet. If there is ever a person in this world that has a heart of gold,
Yeah,
he's the guy. He's the type of guy that would take his own shirt off of his back for you. And you know, he sat down, and me and him talked, and he was like, hey, he's like, you know, now's the best time to do it if you're ever going to do it.
Okay.
You know, and I like to do, and I'm the type of person that likes to be respectful of certain things.
Mhm.
So I had reached out to George, and I said, hey, I'm going to start filming again. I said, but I said, I'm going to go do it on my own.
Okay.
And he was like, respect. And I said, okay. I said, listen, I said, I'm letting you know because of what we built,
Mhm.
you know, that I owed you that explanation.
Right.
You know, just
The
level
right
of
thing
respect.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes, go ahead, man. He goes, go have fun. Go do go do your thing, and, you know, go be the best version, you know, the best version of Seth that you can be. I was like, I don't think people are really ready for that, to be honest with you. So I filmed the Toy Lanta, and everybody was like, holy shit, he's filming again. And, you know, and now I'm at the point where I put out videos whenever I feel like it.
Right.
You know, I don't have to worry about, you know, one of the things working with sharing a channel with somebody is that what most people don't understand is what I do is not only a reflection of that person, but it also affects them. So, you know, in a way, yeah, listen, I've always said this. I've always wanted to be the Howard Stern of the toy collecting community. You know, that just because I want to say what I want to say, and I want to feel what I want to feel. And listen, you can either, you know, take it as it is, or you don't have to watch. I don't care, you know. So that was my whole thing. And because I was that way,
Yeah.
you know, it kind of screwed up opportunities for George. So that was, you know, so again, it's, you know, so me being on my own now, me doing my own thing, and, you know, me continuing to be the person that I always am, it's very liberating to be on my own and doing my own thing, and have control over what I want to do, and not have it worrying about it affecting anybody.
Is there really a PC format for this type of media? I feel like everybody's doing it.
You know,
the reason because of what you just said.
Yeah.
And look at how we are. Like, we never have like a promo, a meeting, or anything about the pod where we worry about filtering something through some channel where it was like, okay, don't say this, don't say that.
So one thing that I've always done, especially, and well, I should have done it with you guys, and I'm now a hypocrite, but whatever. Normally before I go on, when someone invites me to come on, and we're behind the scenes before they click live,
right,
I always ask just out of courtesy, because it's your channel, and
right,
I want to be respectful of your channel and what your following is and what you've built. I always say, are you okay with me being me, or do you need me to pull it back, you know, reel it in a little bit, you know? And I do that out of respect, because listen, people work really hard to create their content, and I want to be respectful of that. Now, obviously, knowing the company I'm surrounded with, yeah, I can, you know, I could be myself, no qualms whatsoever.
Hey, we dropped a promo for you, and Good Dog immediately hit my DMs. He said, hell yeah, finally somebody I want to watch, I want to see.
Yeah, well, because people know I'm again, you know, and again, I'm not, it's not an ego thing, but people know I'm one of the realest collectors out there. I don't give a shit about, you know, saying the right things about certain companies just so I can get clout and they could send me free shit. If your figure is a piece of shit, I'm going to call it a piece of shit.
We love
that's
it.
That's just what it is.
We love it. Hey, hey, Seth, Go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know, I'm going to say, why am I going to tell people to go buy a product when it's a piece of shit? Only for people to come back and be like, hey, why did you recommend this piece of shit?
Yeah.
I'm not going to listen, and again, this isn't an ego. I'm just not going to put my name. I'm not going to put my name on something that I don't feel comfortable recommending to people.
Yeah.
You know,
I respect it. I was going to say, when you said you was going to ask us, do we need you to be you or somebody else? I'm going to say, yo, not around here, partner. Not around here. We good. Listen.
Yeah, because we want everybody to be themselves here.
You be yourself.
All times.
We appreciate the fact for ourselves that, you know, this isn't a bragging thing. It just means being honest.
Yeah.
We don't even use scripts. We just talk, bro. Like we don't. You know.
I like pulling. Listen, prefer you guys are. I'm sure you guys are pro wrestling fans, right?
Me, I am.
Okay. So you'll understand when I say this. So what I like to do every so often is that I like to pull back the curtain and give people the behind the scenes of what goes on. So like back in the day on MCE, when we used to do a lot of the live streams and everything beforehand, what we would do is that we didn't really have a script.
Mm-hmm.
We never really had a script. We just had, okay, this is what we're going to talk about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, points, yeah.
And that was just bullet points, and that was it. It's not like we sat there and had a full-blown script and we had to follow it to a to a T. You know, we were like, hey, this is the guest we're gonna have on tonight. You know, you might want to do a little research just so you know, so you don't sound stupid when you talk. And that's fine. Everybody does that. And anybody that doesn't do that, they're full of shit. So, but the other thing is that, yeah, it's no script. That's the best stuff when it's unscripted, it's unfiltered. Me personally, I'm a fly by the seat of my pants guy. I love doing that shit. I love thinking of stuff right off the top on the fly.
Yeah.
Because that's when the best unpredictable stuff comes out.
Yeah.
So like one of my favorite absolute stories to tell is we used to do a live show on Friday nights. It was called That Geek Show. If you guys remember that from the MCE days. So again, being the mouth that I have, I curse, I say a lot of inappropriate things, and that's how it was. So one night before the show, George was like, yo, he's like, I really need you to like kind of scale it back a little bit on like the cursing and you know, the obscene stuff, just because, you know, I was like, you know what? Totally understandable. No problem. I'll give you the best version of myself I could possibly give you.
Mm-hmm.
So at the start of the show, we're already live and he's introducing everybody. And then he goes, hey, everybody, and here's Seth. And I was like, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us tonight. Just to give everybody a fair warning, I will not be able to say the seven dirtiest words tonight. And they're like, I was like, cock, fuck, shit, pussy, twat, like all that stuff. And he just like looked at me and he just started I didn't tell anybody what I was going to do. He just started dying laughing. And after the show was over, he was like, all right. He's like, just do you, man. He goes, that was funny. He goes, just do you.
Yeah,
you know?
That's great. That shit was great.
know,
You would have done that shit here, I would have been in tears.
Yeah. So again, it all goes back to reading the room, and being yourself. So like I knew how everybody was gonna react.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's why I just was like, you know what, fuck it. You got to listen. You only live once. You got to take chances. You know, and then again, it just pays off, and then more people started watching, and the following started to grow, and you know, and that was it. You know
what though, Seth? That's what makes it more unique too. Like you look at us three, right? Three totally different people, right? Different personalities. We all think differently.
Yeah, absolutely,
bro. But it's like we gel so good. I'm more like, if you had to do a comparison, I'm more of you. I'm like you. Don't give a fuck. Say what I want. Don't care. If it offends you, oh well, get over it, grow up, whatever.
Yep.
But but these guys, they're not quite like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it doesn't matter because they don't never try to, hey man, you can't be like that. You can't do that. Bro, this is me. All right.
No, you all balance each other out, and that's great. And that's the thing. It's an eclectic mix. You guys balance. Just it's a balance. It's a thing.
That's what I was about to say.
And again, and that goes back to what I was the point I was trying to make before. Where I've had my altercations with people, and you realize, especially when you get to a certain level of social media status, I guess, if you want to say it like that. There are people that are always going to try to build something off of your back and what you created, and I've had enough experiences of that in my 7-8 years of doing YouTube that it's enough to last me a lifetime, with all the bullshit and all the drama and everything that goes on behind the scenes. And it's ridiculous. I mean, listen, I got stories for days, but I'm not going to get into it, because that's my business. And I don't kiss and tell.
Oh, hey, Marvin, remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
So I would have, you don't have to tell me the story.
Yeah.
But what's the big deal? Is what I want to know about you. What you're.
The big deal is just because people, again, people have agendas.
Yes, they do.
And if your agendas don't line up with their agendas, again, people are going to use you to get ahead in life. It's just the way the world works. That's just the way it is, but you could be genuine about it, or you can be disingenuine. And for the most part, I've come across people that are just very disingenuine.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Because I was about to say, I was going to touch on that. I was going to say, people are going to use you to get ahead. And I personally feel if you aren't usable, then you aren't useful. That's how I feel. Because like me, boom. Now, these guys here, I contribute. I don't know what it is yet, but I know I contribute something to their life. That I'm useful, right? I'm useful. Right. I'm not useless. You know what I'm saying? They can use me for something. I got something that they can use to help them become a better version of themselves. And I can also say the same thing for them. I go to these guys and I pull different shit from each of them because they are useful in those areas. I don't want to be surrounded by useless ass people. I've done that. Yeah. And just like you said, I built relationships with people I can't benefit from, but they can benefit like a motherfucker from me.
Oh yeah. Listen, there were people who I genuinely thought were gonna be lifelong friends. And then one minute they're there, the next minute they're not.
Come on, man.
And that's and again, that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
A lot of it's true. Like if you don't have the same aligned purpose, then you can't expect a person to hang around. You think of like people that you said you got a homie from high school. That's pretty much, unless y'all live in the same neighborhood, it's got a hard.
Diamond Dave lives right down the street from me.
Oh, so that's the only caveat to that. But like people that you go to school with, y'all get different social groups at some point, and then you're just not that close, man. It's just not the same thing.
Listen, I mean, again, you're not wrong. You're not wrong for saying that. Listen, me and Diamond Dave were friends through middle school and high school. In high school, and then we graduated, and then we all went our separate trajectories. But the funny thing is that toy collecting brought us back together.
Yeah,
because I ran into him, God knows how many years ago, at a Target when I was still collecting Pops. And I was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And he goes, "I'm here for the Funkos." I'm like, "No shit." And then all of a sudden we reconnected. We started talking again. And he's one of my best. He's always been one of my good friends, but he's one of my best friends.
Common goals, bro. Common goals.
Seriously.
And he wouldn't be doing YouTube right now if it wasn't for me pushing him to do it. Yeah. Because again, he's got a personality.
Yeah.
And again, you gotta have your mind open sometimes. I used to think for the longest time the views and stuff that I got were because people just wanted to see how much money I was spending and what I was buying. Somebody actually woke me up and said, "You got it all wrong, dude. They don't want you for the toys. They don't want you for what you're spending. They want you for your personality.
I tell these guys all the time, if you have the kind of personality where you can grab attention, like bro, like personality. People love personality. You can make them laugh. People be going through a shitty day watching you. You ain't even really doing nothing, but you have that energy. You have the aura about yourself that just makes this person feel good. I tell them all the time, personality. Like we sometimes we talk about other things and like, man, this is going to be, hey, we're going to have this guy on tonight. I'm like, man, I hope he has a good personality.
Listen, I'll be I'm turning my birthday's this week. I'll be 42. I'll be 42 on Friday.
There you go.
So every time I go to New York Comic Con, I have such a wide age range of demographic and all colors and creeds of people that watch. And it's so funny. There's this one kind-hearted Black woman that comes to me every time at New York Comic Con. Her name is Raina. I remember her name the first time. I remember her name because she's such a special woman. She's got to be in like her late 50s, mid 60s. She just loves watching my videos. She laughs. She's just the sweetest lady, and she purposely comes out of her way every year to New York Comic Con just to come see me.
Wow.
And again, it's the coolest thing. This past year I was there. She came I saw her the first day, and then she came back the last day. She came back the last day. She goes, "Oh, I got you something." And I said, "What's that?" She goes, "Oh, I brought you an original cheesecake from Junior's." And I'm like, Raina, I'm like, what are we doing here? And she's like, "I just love you so much." And she's like, "You're just so funny." And she's like, people really should show your appreciation for what you know. And she gave me a cheesecake, and she also gave Humpty a cheesecake too, which was great. But again, it's the little things like that, and the fact, and like, here's the thing. I'm shocked to begin with, because if you go on YouTube and you look at the analytics and everything, I have a very, very, very small percentage of women that watch. Because of the jokes that I make and the innuendos and all that stuff. So the fact that I actually have a woman, come up to me and acknowledge, me in that sense is, to me, it's funny, but it's also very rewarding to say, hey, you know what? I did reach a woman. I was able to make a connection in that sense, but yeah, it's, again, people from all walks of, dude, I get people messaging me from Australia and Europe and South America. And I mean, I get it from all over the place. And it is such a cool thing, but again, I get off track a little bit, but going back to what we were saying with these days I try to drama free, and I only surround myself with like-minded people.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
And unfortunately that's the way it's got to be if you want to live your best life.
Seriously.
If you guys that are tuning in want a sugar mama recipe, you want to follow what Seth saying.
Oh yeah.
Do a sugar mama for the the conventions and stuff like that. Put meat on your bones.
You want to weight on my heart? Cheesecake.
There we go.
Cheesecake.
Hey, listen, before we keep going, we've been going 38 minutes. God damn, it didn't feel like that long. We're going to take
conversations.
We're going to take a great. We're going to take a small break. Yeah. And listen, you see the conversation we having with Sir Seth right here? Sir Seth. I like that. Sir Seth. I like that. Listen, the conversation we have, we're just having a good old time, just vibing. This could be you too. All right, this could be you too. All you got to do is follow the directions in the video, and we'll be right back in one moment.
What's going on, you guys? Real Calm right here, and I just wanted to let you guys know, perhaps you wanted to do a toy room tour, and perhaps we wanted to invite you on to a toy room tour. How can we make that happen? Well, you can send us a comment here in the comment section on this video, or you can DM us on IG, any one of us, Marvelous Shots to Fox, Collector 425, or myself, the Real Comrade, or even the Grownassmentoyz page, you can DM and send a message just letting us know that you want to do a toy room tour. And we would gladly love to sit down and talk to you. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Continue to enjoy the show. We outside.
Boom. Perfect. Listen, now, Seth, now speaking of
what happens if I want to be inside?
Well, listen, it's not a bad idea now because it's cold as hell out here now. So you good. Hey, Seth, so we've been talking 40 minutes now. If it's cool with you, we can go ahead and see the titties now. What that means is you can go ahead and get started on the Grownassmentoyz toy room tour.
I like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play.
All right.
Boom! All on you.
All right. So let's see. Let's get back. All right. So when you walk into the room,
that's what I like to see.
Yeah.
When you walk into the room, I've got this portrait that was drawn for me.
Nice.
Wow.
Of Rocky. I've got this Rocky 5 poster. That's a movie poster that Humpty actually got for me. I've got a picture right here of Mr. T.
Damn.
And Rocky. I got this drawing of Stallone.
That's dope.
That's nice.
Over here, I got the best in the world, CM Punk. I got Adam Cole.
Baby.
And then I got a Captain America drawing. I got my Captain America shield. I've got Gallows and Anderson, the Good Brothers, signed Super 7s. And then above that, I got Brian Myers and Matt Cardona signed.
Wow.
I got a whole thing of autographed 8x10s.
Damn.
Of wrestlers.
Oh, he been working.
So
that means he's been in some shows.
Yeah. Here's one with me, Adam Cole, and Captain Powerlift.
Wow.
There's one with me and Billy Zabka, Johnny Lawrence, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
And then there's me with MJF at New York Comic Con.
He's a trip, that guy.
Yeah. I got some autographed stuff up here. I got an autographed Danhausen. I got Adam Cole behind here. I got Sergeant Slaughter. I got Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish. I got Johnny Lawrence autographed figure. I got a Chris Jericho AEW figure. That was actually a gift from Captain Powerlift. I got an autographed print right here of Kenny Omega. Don't mind the holes in my wall. I'm working on redoing stuff.
Good.
So here's the TV. I got my Captain America Sideshow statue, my PlayStation 5. I got my Lego Voltron.
That's the Lego?
This is the Lego. Yeah, this is the Lego Voltron.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here I have like a little display case that has Legos in it. There's the Optimus Prime, the Razor Crest, Batmobile. I got the DeLorean. I got the Party Wagon back there. Let me see what else. I got the Batwing and the Batmobile down there. Got an autographed picture of CM Punk I got to hang. Here's the Proton Pack. Here's the O-Ring. Ghostbusters and the vintage ones, and then the Ecto 1. Here's my my Rambo case.
Nasty.
So I got like the NECA figures. I got the Coleco, the Coleco ones. I got NECA. I got the what is that? The Hiya Toys, and then I got the 3-0.
So I can tell that you are a Rambo fan, huh?
I'm a big Stallone. Yeah, I'm a big Stallone guy. Yeah. So there's the Rocky with the NECA and the Jack Pacific figures, and I got some pops back there with the replica belt.
Wow,
bro!
I got the Stallone shop 6-scale Rocky figure. I did a review on that. This has got to be like the best Stallone figure. Wow. I got a little bit of a mess down there. This is part of my 80s stuff. There's Back to the Future and Flash Gordon, Indiana Jones, and
I have a
Ghostbusters
good
in there.
feeling that this is going to be like a museum of classic stuff.
Well, I've got all empty things here that I still have to put stuff on.
Wow.
Here's my Chuck Norris Karate Commandos.
Chuck Norris.
Damn.
Yo,
Yo.
I had that blue and white one right there.
Yep.
When I was
Don't
young.
fuck with Chuck Norris, man. Here's my complete set of Demolition Man figures, the Mattel ones.
No way.
Damn.
They need to remake that movie, bro.
No, you don't remake those. You don't. No. There are just some movies that you just don't do. So that's one of them. Here's my my '89 Keaton case.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Damn. Hey,
I got the Kenner Firehouse
Insane.
right there.
Crazy.
I got my my Brock Lesnar Undisputed Championship belt. I got a this is from Humpty, the Japanese poster for Commando.
You know, I've never seen that movie.
You've never
Commando?
What are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
I had the figure and I knew about the posters and stuff like that, but I never.
Yeah.
He
Here's,
thought Commando was Predator. Yo,
Yeah.
that's from Predator.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here's my RoboCop shelf.
Hey, which hot toy is that in the back? Which one? The old one or the new one?
No, that's the old one.
Okay. Got
Yeah, that's the old one. I had a Fallout in my NECA Turtle shelf. So I was trying to straighten up and shit fell over. I mean, I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you guys what's behind me, and you guys are probably going to be like, "Yo, what the fuck are you waiting for?" Here's Blade and John Wick and some of the. I got that's the Mayfex, and then this is the these are Marvel Legends.
Controversial question.
What's that?
This John Wick. Who you got?
Oh, I mean, listen, I love Wesley Snipes, but I'm a total Keanu guy. So John Wick, dude.
John's gonna get the bullet. He's gonna get Blade up out of there, right?
I don't know about that. So here's the video game shelf right now.
Oh,
Nice.
With the Street Fighter figures, and then the Alter Beast and the Streets of Rage, and then the Mega Man.
I thought it was a great idea. That Ultimate Beast and Streets of Rage. Wish it a little bigger.
I do. They should scale them a little bigger. I agree. Here's my Terminator shelf.
Oh my God.
He got every 80s movie
Yo.
on the shelf.
That's how, dude. Oh, just wait till I show you the next one. But I got Terminator up there, all the NECA ones, and then I got the two Hot Toys in the back. And then here's the Arnold shelf.
Oh,
Damn.
We got Predator and Commando. So
Nice, bro.
wait. So hold on. Before you used to do mainly Hot Toys, like from what I understand, you and
Oh, dude, I was hardcore hot, dude. If whatever Hot Toy was coming out, I was buying it. But again, we all get to a point as collectors where it's time to like just really like weed out the stuff and focus on what you really want to focus on. So I've got it down to a science now of what I'm doing. So here's one of my favorite Stallone movies. I've got the Lincoln Hawk from Over the Top.
Wow.
And then I got the talking Terminator.
Damn.
I've got the plasma.
Whoa.
The wand, the proton wand.
Yeah.
I got the pizza thrower and the toilet taxi. This I'm gonna, you know what? I want to save this the one thing for last. So we'll bring this down here. Here's my my shelf of cosmics.
Yo, this dude really, bro.
So we got that. Here's the Hono Studios Wolverine.
Yeah.
Where's the brown one?
I'm working on trying to get one.
Oh man.
So, and then I got the vintage turtles with the party wagon that I'm working on.
Yeah.
Wow.
You might not be able to see the light over here, so I'm going to try to do the best I can. So here is a graded Chuck Norris Karate Commando on card, actually autographed by Chuck Norris.
Wow, bro.
Wow.
I actually met Chuck Norris and had him sign that, and then I sent it off to CAS to get graded and encased.
What kind of conversation is that while he was signing?
Oh, I mean,
How much are you gonna charge me for it,
dude? Honestly, he was probably, if not one of the nicest people I've ever met. He was like, oh my God, he's like, I haven't seen one of those in forever.
Oh man.
You know.
Now, how nervous are you? Because I never done this before, but how nervous are you to send an item to that company to get it?
So in my case, CAS's headquarters is in West Palm Beach.
Oh.
So
okay.
I just drive up there and I physically hand it to them.
Got you.
So
Okay.
I don't have to worry about shipping. But as far as like if I did have to ship, I mean, obviously I would bubble wrap the shit out of it and protect it the best way that I can. The other thing I got up here is Undertaker Ultimate signed and graded by with Undertaker. I've got the CM Punk pop. I've got the Money in the Bank briefcase. This whole shelf that I'm going to show you now is nothing but all Ultimates. So
there you go, Marvis.
That's what I want to see.
So here,
get your panties wet.
Yeah.
What?
So here's that shelf. Here's this one. All the Ultimates.
Wow.
Now, where you keep all the accessories?
Yeah, that's just a little dusty. I got it. Oh, all the accessories that I don't use, they get bagged up in Ziploc bags, and I put them away.
Gotcha.
There's the gobbledygooker.
Yeah. So, do you buy every Ultimate?
Here's a bunch of, and then here's more that I have to open. Stuff. Oh, here's a blast from the past too. If you guys remember that, here's the old "What's Poppin" light up sign.
Yep.
That's dope.
So,
hey Seth, do you buy every Ultimate?
I have every single Ultimate.
Wow.
I have every single Ultimate. There's still some of them are still in the boxes that I haven't even gotten a chance to open yet. Now, my favorite thing that I saved for last to show you guys is actually this, my CM Punk case.
No way.
I was going to say your favorite wrestler has to be the Brooklyn Brawler.
So here's all the CM Punk stuff. I got it graded. I got his first figure back there graded from AEW. I've got the 1 out of 1,000 one that they did like a special uncirculated one of, and again, like I just collect all his figures. Now all these figures that you see here too,
right?
I have them on display, and I also have them all mint on card.
Wow.
Yeah. So now I'm going to show you what's really going to blow your mind, and you're going to be like, bro, you got some serious fucking issues. And I know that. So everybody always asks me what I do with everything, when I buy stuff. Well, this is the problem that I'm at right now. So here's everything that I bought that's in containers and everything like that. So it's like I've got stuff here that I've got to open, I've got to get to. There's piles of stuff everywhere. So yeah, and there's my setup right there. So
Mother of God.
So anybody needs any foot soldiers, I got plenty of them. I got model kits I still need to build. My Hot Toys 89 Batmobile is buried underneath all that stuff. Listen, I've got this Rambo 3-0 from First Blood Part 2 that I bought over a year ago that I haven't even had a chance yet to get it out of the box.
Oh my God.
Are you doing all these unboxings because you get into the stuff?
Yeah, eventually I'm gonna get to this stuff. It's just I'm so busy right now. Like, look, I got all the Secret War stuff here. I've been wanting to do this forever, and I still have it sitting here. I mean, and again, this is all stuff that I bought like forever ago. Like the one thing I've been trying to get to is this right over here. I've got the CT. Everybody's been talking about CT toys. Yeah. So I've got the Spider-Man, and then I've also got the brown suit Wolverine. So it's like I want to get to these things, but I'm so busy. I don't have. And when I mean busy, it's not YouTube stuff. It's just personal stuff. Because again, I've got a job, 9 to 5 job. I've got a family. I've got a wife, and I've got kids, and they have their activities, and
There we go.
Yo, so I'm about to start forging shit. I'm about to I got this signed by The real Vegeta. The real one.
Ronald McDonald, bro.
Oh, don't even get me started on anime, bro. I fucking hate anime.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't stand that SS super go getter go Veta Vegeta vagina whatever.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
you breaking my heart, man.
Hey,
yeah, bro.
Yo, Seth. So let me ask you this. But before we do that, let's take another break and we'll let you guys know how you can get some exclusive Grownassmentoyz merchandise. You see, we all wearing it tonight. So if you want something, we also got new designs that we're previewing now. Is on the page. Go check that out. We need some votes on it. But if you guys want some exclusive Grownassmentoyz merchandise, follow the instructions on this video. Go from there. Hey, Conrad, I was stuttering a little bit. You got that. I got you. I gave it to you. You got it. You got it. I gave it to you.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Collector 425. 1/3 of Grownassmentoyz. If you guys don't already know, man, we got merch. Look at this. We outside. I'm a collector. We got the Grownassmentoyz podcast. Man, if you guys want one of these cool ass shirts, hit us up. We got sizes medium, large, 2X. We might have a 3X. We got shirts, we got sweaters, we got merch. Hit us up, man. You guys know the slogan. We outside.
We back. Now, Seth, listen. Now, what I was going to ask you was, at any point, do you ever see yourself being done with collecting and getting rid of everything, just getting out of everything?
That's a fan. Not only is that an astute observation, that is a great question. Best way I can answer that question is I wouldn't say there's an end all be all, but there is gonna come a point where I'll probably, and again, this will happen with everybody, even you guys, you'll come to a point where you'll want to stop doing YouTube because there's other things in your life that you want to, allocate that time for,
Right.
My kids are basically almost grown for the most part. So, so at some point, the thing is going to want to travel and she's going to want to go places and, do things. And I'm not going to have, I'm not going to have time to film and do stuff. And that might take a back seat. I'm still working. I don't know how much longer I'm going to work for. My career trajectory is who knows, so it's a very difficult question to ask, but to answer. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to keep collecting until I feel like I just don't want to do it anymore. Now, I don't know when that is. I can't put a date on it. I can't tell you. There are things collecting wise that I would like to achieve. There's collecting goals that I would like one of the things I'm working on right now. And it goes back to Chuck Norris, is getting autographs on figures and meeting the people. Now, I'm a diehard Rocky guy through and through.
Right.
I had every opportunity in the world to go meet Carl Weathers, and I fucked that up. I was like, oh, he'll be around next year. Well, guess what? He ain't fucking around anymore, but like that kills me that I'll never get the opportunity to meet Apollo Creed.
Right.
That destroys me. So ever since then, I said to myself, all right, if I ever get the opportunity moving forward to go do this type of stuff, then that's what I'm going to do. So last year, Chuck Norris, who in my lifetime would never thought would do a convention,
right,
did CollectorCon in Orlando. So me and Jan and Dave, we got in the car, we drove up to Orlando, and yeah, I paid an exuberant amount of money to get a photo with Chuck Norris and to get him to sign my action figure and things like that. But that is an experience I will have with me now for the rest of my life. MegaCon, 2 weeks away. My sole purpose obviously, I have two purposes. I shouldn't say sole purpose, but two purposes to go to MegaCon. Obviously, because I always film at MegaCon and, I show you guys what's going on. But the other thing is that Dolph Lundgren's going to be there. I'm not gonna not go see and meet Ivan Drago. I mean, you know, come
I
on.
will break you.
Exactly. So I have something that I want him to sign.
Right.
And then I'll send that off to CAS as well, and I'll get that graded. You know,
someone like me, I have never waited online to meet a famous person to get anything signed yet. So I never really have that experience. I would love to enjoy that experience one day. How long is that line? Like the wait time?
So let's be realistic for a second with that. Full context, I have zero patience.
Yeah.
I have zero patience.
Okay.
So when it comes to that stuff, I have a little bit, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris, we waited, I think it was almost maybe like an hour, 2 hours.
2 hours.
It's not really that bad. It's like
which isn't that bad. You know, and that's the other thing that's always deterred me from doing this in the past, because it's like, I don't want to stand in line, because listen, we're toy collectors.
Yeah.
There are, whether we want to admit it or not, there are items that we have that we consider grail items, that are own personal things that we want. When I go to these specific cons and toy shows, I go in there with the expectations that I'm going to find something that's been on my list.
Yeah.
Now, and this goes back to what you were saying about wanting to wait in line. I don't want to wait in line. I want to fucking scour the whole con to see if I can find something that's on my list.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's a little thing called priorities, and you got to prioritize, and you got to outweigh what's more important. Meeting Ivan Drago, because again, when was the last time you ever saw Dolph Lundgren do a fucking convention? Never.
Yeah.
And
you know?
he's getting older now, so like,
and again, all these guys from these 80s, 90s action movies that I've always wanted to meet, they're all getting up there in age. So it's like, dude, Chuck Norris is like 80. God, I think he's like, I don't remember if he was like 85 or 86.
Oh, I don't know.
You know, but
let me tell you right now. Let me tell you
he's up there though, because when I saw him in Expendables,
84.
Wow.
84. So no offense to Chuck Norris, but you know, you ain't a spring chicken no more. You can fucking drop dead just like that.
Yeah.
Not that we want that to happen.
Yeah,
but,
I get
you know,
I get it.
You talk about national treasures. Chuck Norris is a national treasure, sir.
I get you.
But yeah, like again, Dolph Lundgren actually just had a health scare. He was in
the hospital.
Yeah, he just beat cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You know, so you don't know what the life expectancy of these guys. Now, obviously, I have a high priority list of people that I have to check off. You know, the top two on my list right now are Stallone and CM Punk. Those are like the top two I have to meet. Anything after those two is just icing on the cake. Wow. But in the meantime, until I can get to those two, this is what I'm going to do. So Dolph Lundgren's on my list. So I'm going to go get an Ivan Drago figure signed. You know, and again, I just keep an eye out for who's at these conventions and say, okay, is it within driving range? Is it worth it? Who knows? It just depends on what mood I'm in at that time, you know,
bro.
But yeah, standing in line sucks. I'll tell you that it does suck, especially after you've been walking around and you're on your feet all day, and then you know, the last thing you want to do is just getting out. And the problem is like, yes, guys, they're celebrities. They're high priced, overpaid babies, and you have to unfortunately you have to you know, bend to their becking will. So he says he's going to be there at 12 o'clock. So here's my thing. I'm a person of standard. If I tell you I'm going to be somewhere at a certain time, I will be there at that time, if not earlier or on the button.
Yeah.
Now, if Dolph Lundgren says, okay, I'm there from 12 to 5 and that fucker doesn't show up till 1 o'clock, I'm going to be a little pissed off because I've wasted an hour already waiting for him to show up. But again, they're celebrities. They're held to a different standard, and they can do those things.
You probably go there like, fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Make them
And
wait.
I mean, in reality, I bet you at some point they do. They're like, oh, fuck these people. I don't need this money. I can go back to my fucking cushy house wherever he resides and just fucking fall off the face of the planet.
So,
It's true.
Seth, like just to echo what you were saying earlier with the being done at some point, I saw you transform your collection maybe once or twice. I would say twice. You downsized or you changed the way everything was laid out, and now it seems more of your childhood connection is in this collection than it was ever before. And I'm just trying to figure out if you're trying to connect with the experience, because this signing stuff, I feel like it's a big deal, right? Like it's a whole thing. It's not just the signature, it's the meeting, it's the engagement, it's the all that, the trip. You're just enjoying things differently. So is that more important to you than the stuff? Like after you do all of this, do you still feel connected to the thing?
Oh, so this is so that's a great, again, that's a great question. And it's also a good takeaway from it is that, when I first started collecting, it was because, and it's so funny though, because like my wife hates that I do all this shit, but in reality, it's her fucking fault. So so like I've always collected back in the day, like here and there, but like not the way I do it now. Okay. Like I'm a big baseball guy. I'm a big New York Yankees fan because I grew up in New York. So that's my thing. In my office at work, I have all my Yankee memorabilia in my office at work. I've got baseballs, action figures, posters, paintings, all types of stuff. So I've always collected in some aspect, whether it's comics, cards, figures, sports memorabilia, that. But at the time, I really wasn't collecting anything. And for Father's Day, one year, my wife and my kids got me a Hulk Hogan Funko Pop. So I'm like, like what are these things? Yeah. So just like anybody else with any kind of curiosity, I do my due diligence, I do my research, and I'm like, holy shit, there's a whole world of Funko out there. And they have license upon license upon license. So next thing I knew, I was like 800 pops deep. And one of the things I used to do is because I loved getting the older, harder to find stuff. Sure. I would go on the Facebook groups, and these Facebook groups would have what they can't legally call them raffles. Oh. So they called them waffles. Yeah. So I would, it was basically collector gambling is the best way I can, best way I can say. So I had a stretch where I was just winning every fucking time. I mean, and I wasn't winning like cheap shit. I was paying like $25 for a buy-in, and I would win like $1,000 pop. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like fucking bananas, dude. Like I was just on a stretch of just winning. So after everything was said and done, I started kind of slowly making my way out of pops into the action figure realm. 2 reasons. One, you really can't do anything with pops, either into the box, out of the box. I shouldn't say 2 reasons. Let's make it 3 reasons. So there's it's either you're in box or out of box, and you can't do anything. You can't really do anything with them. That's it. The other thing is that I was moving more into action figures, and I liked the fact that you could pose them and they have accessories. You could do figure photography. There was different aspects. And then the third thing is again, and this is a YouTube thing. YouTube at the time was becoming completely overly saturated with Funko collectors. Yeah. I mean, like really, so it's like you really had to make a way for yourself to stand out in order to get yourself a piece of the YouTube pie. Yeah. So again, there really wasn't a whole lot of figure stuff going on at the time. So I slowly made the transition over to figures, and I was able to establish myself in the figure community. So, so what I did is I took my God knows how many pops I had at the time, and I sold sold them all off for a undisclosed amount of money. I'll tell you off camera. I took that money and I started buying Marvel Legends. I started buying wrestling figures. And then someone introduced me to the world of Hot Toys. And I was on a stretch. I mean, like, I was on a good run where I was getting at least 1 to 2 Hot Toys a week. Wow. I was on a stretch.
Marvelous.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
I was running and gunning, and and that was it. And then, I had a whole bunch of Marvel ones. I had some movie ones. I had some miscellaneous ones. I was even dabbling into the Mondo He-Man.
Oh my God.
Six scale stuff. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, it was nuts. It was out of control.
Hey, man, we the same person, man. Almost.
Yeah.
You marvelous. You marvelous in the future.
And then I took my break. And then I realized when it came to the collecting aspect, like, okay, what's really gonna make me happy? What's gonna really make me feel complete?
Sure.
So what I did is I sold a bunch of the Hot Toys. I sold a bunch of the other figures, and I focused on what made me happy. So that's where I have now, as far as wrestling figures go, any CM Punk figure, I'll buy it, whether it's a basic, an ultimate, or an elite. I'll buy that, no questions asked. Now, as far as the other wrestling figures go, I only buy the ultimate edition ones.
Oh,
because to me, that's where you get your most bang for the buck, and you are getting the best representation of that character with the accessories, and it's the highest form of articulated figure that they put out that you can get.
Right.
I agree.
I don't even collect wrestling figures, but I seen them in stores. I'm like, holy shit, this looks just like them. Like, oh my God, the way they capture them and the accessories and the chases.
Now I can tell you one thing: if they ever start putting out six scale wrestling figures, then I'm going to be in some deep shit.
Yeah, man. Imagine a hot toy Hulk Hogan or some shit.
Well, Storm Collectibles made a six scale Hogan.
Yeah.
Storm Collectibles, they did a Hollywood one from like the 2000s, and they did an NWO version. Those you can't find now for less than probably $500-600, and they were only like $100 and something when they came out.
Remember Marvelous? You couldn't get rid of them hoes. You couldn't pour syrup on them hoes and get rid of them.
You talking about the 6-inch Storm Collectible I had?
The Mortal Kombat ones?
Yeah,
no, collectibles. Yeah.
Storm Collectibles had the little 6-inch Hulk Hogan figure.
The Hulk Hogan ones. Yeah, I have a few of those. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I had like 2 or 3. I was trying to get rid of all of them, and nobody wanted them at one point. So I kept the Hogan myself.
You should have hit me up.
Hey, well, listen, I didn't know, but I kept the. But shit, you probably got it anyway.
you listen. You don't know that. It's a simple question. All you have to do is ask.
That's true. Watch this.
Never assume.
Watch this. The Hollywood Hogan. You got it. Storm Collectibles.
There's different versions.
This one, the one with the tassels and shit. With the feathers.
I don't think I have that one. The booby tassels? He's got booby tassels?
Not the tassels with the feathers. It go around
the boa.
Yeah, the boa.
No, I don't know. I don't think I have that one.
Look at that.
Look at God.
Hey, shit, I didn't know. That's my bad. Hey,
$20. I'll take it off your hands right now.
Get that syrup up off of it, because
that baby oil. Hey, that motherfucker is resting comfortably behind a case up there now, because nobody wanted them. So I was like, hey, you know what? You're home now. Don't worry about it. Yo, Seth, check this out too. So now, do you have any Funko Pops left?
So here's the thing. So I refuse to buy Funko Pops. I refuse to give Funko any more of my money. Just because I don't agree with their business practices.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Well, so back in the day when they would have like the Comic-Con exclusives, and you would be able to go on the website and buy them.
Right.
The website would get so bogged down, and they would sell out in seconds because of the bots.
Yeah.
You know, but they never did anything to rectify that, to fix that, to weed out the bots, so people that genuinely wanted the product could get it.
Right. Yeah.
And they flat out said that, hey, we're not going to fix it. It is what it is. So I said, okay, well, fuck you. You don't get my money. Have a nice day. It's that simple. I'm sure they can live without my $8 and something cents for a Funko Pop. Regardless, that it probably only makes 20 cents for some fucking kid in Bangladesh to make. I mean, you know.
That's true.
Hey, Seth, now check this out, though. In case you wanted to get back into them one day, right? I don't collect them either, but I got one rare one. Super fucking rare.
Oh,
Nobody got it. You ain't gonna find it
What do you
nowhere.
got?
Boom. That's that one right there.
I knew it was gonna do it.
See?
Is that Jesus?
I rode into town on an ass. Yo mama's ass.
Hey, well, in a way, right now.
Is that supposed to be you? Is that like a custom?
Right. Hey,
Why didn't they pay? I mean, like, I'm not trying to, you know, pull race or anything, but bro, why are you white?
I'm not white.
That looks what from my angle, that looks like white. That looks white.
He's brown, man.
It kind of does, though.
He said
Get the fuck out of here.
John Legend with a bad haircut.
Wait.
Actually, it looks like somebody took the what is it? The Eric Killmonger head and use that.
Hey, well, listen, my wife made it. All right, this is her image of me. So whatever.
Well, that's cool. See, but that's cool though. That's a cool gift.
Yeah.
Listen, if there's one thing that I would love to do before my social media YouTube career is over.
Yes.
I want a Seth Bayer action figure.
Yeah. Yes.
I want a Seth Bayer action figure. That's what I want.
You got a wrestling name, bro.
Damn sure do. He damn sure do.
What?
Seth Rollins?
There's not a wrestling. Yes,
it is.
It sounds
like a lot of these. I'm sorry, Conrad. A lot of these wrestlers, they use their first and last name now, or made up first and last name. Seth Rollins, you know what I'm saying? Damian Priest, like these are all first and last names. Back then in the 80s and 90s, everybody had a gimmick name.
Yeah.
Everybody had a gimmick.
And anyone that knows me, like YouTube wise, like all my YouTube friends and everybody knows that's one thing I'm good at is the gimmick.
Yeah.
Is the gimmick. Listen, people are very upset at me to this day that to this day that that
gotta put that cut in there.
Yeah. That when I came back, I didn't come back as what's poppin'. I came back as just me.
Right.
People hated that shit. People were commenting on the video. Why isn't he going, what's poppin' anymore? Why isn't he doing that? Why isn't he yelling hot toys or any of the other catchphrases I used to yell out? Listen, like I've said it before, I'll say it again. What's poppin' is dead. I took him out back, old Yeller style, put two of them and put them down. What you got is right now is the evolution of what's popping.
I love it.
Damn, bro.
You got me now. I'm not hiding behind any gimmicks or anything like that. But yeah, I'm always going to be known as what's popping. People still to this day yell what's popping at me all the time.
I just said it when I brought you on.
You did.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I could have been, and you know what? And if I really wanted to be an asshole, I'd been like, yo, bro, sorry, I'm out. just disconnect and be like, clearly you didn't do your research.
No, hey, look, I like that though. Like, I get it. You don't go by that no more.
Right.
But I love that shit, man. It's just super
It's
fun.
a part of who I am and who I was.
Right.
I'm always going to embrace it and take it for what it is.
Right.
It's what got me to where I am. You can't you can't not forget the past.
Agreed. Check this out, Seth. Now, really quickly, we ain't gonna hold you too much longer. Let's just do something real quick. I just made it up. I call it RRR, and it's abbreviation for Rapid Rasslin Release. Now I spell wrestling with an R because I'm from the South, so I say wrestling. I say wrestling. Yeah, I say wrestling with the R. So, so RRR Rapid Rasslin Release. I'm gonna just throw some names out. And
sounds very sexual. Rapid
that's
very sexual, bro.
Like 2 chicks in a cup type of thing.
God damn, I can't do nothing with these motherfuckers.
Diddy is somewhere smiling.
Yeah, two guys, one figure. There you go.
Yo, I'm gonna just name 2 wrestlers quickly, and whoever you say, that's the one you would, I guess, rock with.
I got you. I got you.
Boom, perfect. All right, so I'm gonna just go down the list real quick, off top of the head. Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, or Bob Backlund.
Hacksaw.
Okay. Undertaker, Yokozuna.
Oh, Taker, hands down.
The Rock, Stone Cold.
Woo! Stone Cold. Stone Cold was my guy, man. Walking around 316. Yeah, that was my dude.
Okay.
Even though I've never met Stone Cold, but I did meet The Rock, and The Rock is still a fucking super nice guy. But Stone Cold was my guy.
There we go.
I got one.
Hold on. The Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels.
I'm gonna go Shawn Michaels only because Bret Hart is fucking petty as fuck, and he needs to let that shit with fucking Goldberg go already.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bret Hart or Sting.
Oh, Sting is in my mind. Listen, Bret Hart was a great wrestler. He was a great technical in-ring performer, but as far as persona, personality, and the look, Sting, hands down.
Okay. Let me see. China or Sable?
China,
yeah.
She was a trendsetter. Now, granted, yeah, she, the back half of her life with her doing the porn and all that other shit didn't pan out for her. But listen, she was the first woman Intercontinental Champion. She was the first woman in the Royal Rumble.
Yes.
So I mean, she was the 9th wonder of the world. She set she set the groundwork for women like Rhea Ripley and Nia Jax and where they are now.
Yo, it's crazy because they made that rumor that her father was Sergeant Slaughter.
Who?
Oh, I don't think her father was Sergeant Slaughter.
No, but I heard because of the strong jaw.
Oh,
she got a strong jaw.
Listen, I get it. She did have some manly features about her.
Yes,
but,
she did.
Yeah.
She did. Hey, last one. I'm gonna just go. Last one.
Yeah.
Let me go. CM Punk.
Oh my God. Really?
Let me go. CM Punk. Fucking Seth Rollins.
Oh, CM Punk, dude. Listen, there is not one. And so here's the thing. If it wasn't for CM Punk, Seth Bayer wouldn't exist. And I will go and I'll go into that real quick.
Okay.
The way you see CM Punk on camera is the way CM Punk is off camera.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't. He is what he is. He if he comes off as he's an asshole, then he's that's just his thing. But he's the type of guy that speaks his mind, and he doesn't give a shit who it affects in the process because it's what he feels. It's what he feels in his heart, and because of that, that's me. So without CM Punk, there would be no Seth Bayer. That's just how I feel. I'm very passionate about that. So see any wrestler you name to CM Punk wins hands down.
I love it, man. You know what's crazy? I just started watching CM Punk wrestle this year. Let me explain. I started watching wrestling when I was back in the 80s and everything, 90s. And all that 2000s Attitude Era, WCW, the death of WCW, when they came over to the Invasion Era. I remember all that shit.
Yeah, that was fun.
2009 until 2015, I just completely stopped. I was working. I had a girlfriend. I was dating. I was partying, clubbing. I was doing a bunch of shit.
That wasn't really the best era. That was the PG. That was kind of like their PG like era. It was like the end of the ruthless aggression going into, you know, the Cena era and the Orton era and all that other stuff. But you know, he left. I mean, and he had his reasons. Again, everybody has their reasons. When he showed up at AEW, I got to tell you, man, I was fucking happy. He's a pig in shit. That was like the best day ever. And,
were you crying?
So I'm gonna say I was not crying, but I got a real quick story. So last year at Survivor Series, when he came back to WWE, I knew his contract was already up with AEW. He was a free agent. He could sign with anything. The Survivor Series was in Chicago, where he's from. The writing was on the wall. Right. Now, keep in mind, me and Captain Powerlift Jan are very extremely big, avid wrestling fans. We're like almost wrestling historians. We know our shit.
Okay.
All day long, we were texting each other back and forth, and then he came over to my house for Survivor Series and I was like, oh, today's the day. He's coming back. I can feel it. And then, you know, he showed up to my house and I was like, happy CM Punk WWE day. And he's like, you need to knock that shit off. It's not fucking happening. Blah, 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 blah. So all of a sudden Survivor Series is ending and they're pulling out from the view and the little copyright thing comes up on the corner. I get like so depressed for like a split second, and Jan's like, see, I fucking told you. Then all of a sudden, you hear the fucking music, and I'm like, I fucking knew it. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm jumping up and down. My wife is like, you got to calm down. You're going to give yourself a heart attack. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm like, this is, you know, I'm losing my mind, and I'm like looking at Jan, and I'm like, fuck you, you piece of shit. I'm like, I told you. And he's like, well, I guess that's my cue to get up and leave, you know? And I'm like,
yeah. So that was the day that Randy Orton came back too.
Yeah, that was also when Randy Orton came back. So
yeah, because like, I like Randy Orton, but I feel like they just say, fuck you, Randy. Here's CM Punk.
No, the whole thing with CM Punk was just a last minute thing that was just thrown together. Listen, at the end of the day, the fact that everybody was able to, after everything that happened, then everybody was able to put their differences aside and work it out. And he was able to come back to the WWE.
Yeah.
That's great. Listen, I hope this is it for him. I hope he gets the run. I hope he gets the run that he wants. And then he can go out on his own terms.
I think it is. He's going to get it. He's going to get it because now he got a more positive attitude now.
Yeah.
He's doing better business. He's going to be able to do what he wants. He gonna win the Rumble. I don't know if he's gonna win it this year, but he might. No. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got to win the Rumble. He's got a headline, and he's got a headline WrestleMania.
Yeah, the only two things that he want to do. I know it's going to happen. I just don't know if it's going to be this year, but it might. It might be. I don't know.
We'll see.
But hey, listen, Seth, man, we ain't gonna hold you any longer. We really, really appreciate you spending Sunday with us, talking to us, giving us all the games. Everything, dropping knowledge with us. Listen, before we go, let's do one more promo. And it's a thank you video. Thank you to you, all the viewers, everyone else. We'll be right back in one moment. Yo, what's poppin'? It's your boy Marvelous Shots, 1/3 of Grownassmentoyz. Now, before we keep going, we just want to give a huge shout out to all you guys and say thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thanks for rocking with Grownassmentoyz all this time and keeping that vibe alive, all right? It means a lot. So stay grown, stay lit, and stay marvelous. We outside. So, listen, man, what do you got coming up that you want the viewers to know about? You want to put something out there? You want to promote something?
Yeah, I mean, everybody, it's no secret. I'm on the road to 10,000 subs. I'm less than like 300 and change away from making this happen. I already hit my mark on Instagram. I need to hit my mark on YouTube, and you know, that's what we're gunning for. I'm excited because we got Royal Rumble this week. My birthday's this week. The following week we got MegaCon coming up. I'm happy about that. After MegaCon, I got a couple of weeks, and then we're headed to Toylanta for our annual meet up with all the guys and everything. So looking forward to that. And then I'm going to be doing some traveling for work. So hopefully I can get some time to sneak away and hit up some stores in some of the states that I'm going to be in, and bring you guys some new and different content other than, the usual, Walmart's, Targets, Bits and Buttons, Tate's, all that usual stuff. So it'll be nice to hit the road and, check out some newer stores and things like that and give you guys some newer content to look at.
Nice. So can we say in the future we will get Seth at Legionscon?
So here's the thing. W and all the other guys that are into that, they're trying to get me to go. The problem is that it falls very close to New York Comic-Con. And I've got to be mindful about that because I have to take time off of work to go do New York, because I always go to help out Bits and Buttons, and that's usually like a 2 week ordeal for me. So it depends if everything falls out. Shit, yeah, I got no problem trying to hit up Legionscon this year. I know that's something that people have asked me to do, and again, I'm the man of the people, so I want to give the people what they want. So if you want Seth at Legionscon, you get Seth at Legionscon.
We appreciate that. Listen, man. Well, we're gonna be there this year. We hope to see you there.
Yeah, man.
Again, man, thank you so much for your time, giving us all the game, dropping knowledge, just being real with it, bro. We really, really appreciate that.
I appreciate you guys having me on, and anytime you guys want to have me back on, this was a blast. Please just shoot me a DM, and I'll be more than glad to make it happen. I enjoyed the conversation.
There we go. We appreciate that. Well, listen, on that note, I'm your boy, Marvelous Shots.
I'm Collector 425.
The real comrade.
Oh, it's my turn? If you smell, and I'm Seth Bayer, the voice of the voiceless, the best in the world, and you're watching Grownassmentoyz.
Woo! Hey, so listen, you hear the music?
Yeah.
Listen, before you go, we need you to give us a dab.
What the fuck is a dab?
We need a dab. Come on, we cooking it. Come on. He's showing you right there. We need a dab.
What the fuck is a dab?
Hey, we get all our guests to do it. We dabbing up out of here.
I know what that is. I know what the salt is. I know that shit.
Seth, appreciate it, man.
Awesome,
Thank you, bro.
Anytime, guys. I had a blast. Stay in touch. Keep that group chat active. And if you guys ever watch the videos and there's something you guys looking for, you need, and I can get it, just hit me up and I'll help you guys out.
Y'all see that? That's the national fucking treasure.
National treasure.
Peace out.
Peace.